Hey, it's Key with Big Dumpling, the place for food and tech and pretty much everything in between. This is going to be a review of the VL49 mini LED video light from ULANZI's. It's small. I picked it up on Amazon for I think around 30 bucks. So we'll see if it's better than my current situation, which is nothing. I have the sky and the sun, and that's pretty much it. So, yeah. Alright, so right out of the box, you get Type-C cable, not a micro USB. I thought that it would be like a chintzy micro USB, but no, it's a Type-C cable, so one less cable. I can just bring my phone charger and pretty much charge this. I can charge my phone. That's all I have that's Type-C. This is the light itself. So when I was looking up reviews initially, I was looking at this one popped up because it's cheap. It's not gonna blow you away, but it's not the worst quality that I've ever seen, in my opinion. And it's actually pretty bright. But I was looking at the older version of it, and this popped up in my Amazon actually, and it's the newer version. It's like, I don't know if it's the second generation, but it is a newer version of the light. It's very basic on the back. I couldn't read the instructions, to be totally honest, so that didn't really help me, so I'm not too sure what some of the things are. I guess I should probably look that up first. So, there's 4 buttons on the back of this thing. There is a on-off switch, there's an M button, and then there's the toggle for your brightness. So you can bring it up or down. There's 5 brightness levels, so you get a decent amount of control. Honestly, for 30 bucks, can't really complain about that. The color temperature of the light itself is 550K. It says plus 200 on the box, but I'm not really too sure what that actually means. Number of LEDs, there's 49 LEDs in there. The CRI is 95 plus, whatever that means. Beam angle is 60 degrees. And the brightness level, there's 5 levels like I said earlier. It's a 2000 milliamp hour battery built into the actual light, so you don't have to worry about bringing extra batteries, but that does mean you have to be a little bit careful, because if you don't charge up your lights and you need it, you're going to be SOL, because it does take a Type-C charger, which is nice, but that means you just have to bring an extra cable. Supposedly, the working time for max output, so at level 5 you get 1.5 hours. At level 1 you get 5 hours is what it says. Back to the light itself, I'm just going to turn it on here so you can see. It's like I said, it's decently bright. This is level 2, level 3, level 4, and level 5. Yeah, so there are 5 brightness levels. It's fairly bright, but you'd probably want to be pretty close to whatever you're lighting up, just because the further away you get, I find that it doesn't do a whole lot. Now that being said, I'm holding it about 2-3 feet away, and it's enough to take away some shadow. It's enough to add a little bit of light to whatever you're shooting. So that guitar is 6 feet away, maybe even 6 to 8 feet away. I'm shooting on a Canon T5i at 100 ISO, f2.8, and my shutter speed is set to 50. But I have a lot of light coming in through the window, sitting a couple feet away from there. But you can see the guitar over there, 6 to 8 feet away. Not a whole lot. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. So as you can see, once I switch this off, there's next to nothing. But when I have it cranked, the wall behind me, it's a decent amount of light. So you can do a little bit. You can do some lighting tricks with this thing for sure. If you really wanted to have a stage light like this, where it's kind of angled towards you, however you want, it gives you a lot of freedom. And this right here is also a little cold shoe, hot shoe, whatever. You can attach it to the top of your camera. It just unscrews like that, so, and then you just tighten it down with the threads that are on there, it's stuck on your camera. Now, it is made of plastic on the bottom, so you want to be a little bit careful with it. You don't want to like really tighten this thing, just because if it strips, it's plastic, so it's not going to do too great. I'll turn this on now, so you can kind of see what it looks like. There. So now it's on. My face is a little bit more lit. This is on the lowest setting, so we'll just crank this up a little bit. Oops. Turn that up a little bit. And then this is what it looks like at max brightness. Right off the bat, you're not going to notice a huge difference. Being a little bit more well lit helps separate you from the background. And you can see this side of my face has shadow to it again. So if that's what you're going for, definitely, you don't have to use it, but you can get a little bit more creative with it. So let's turn it back on and see what it looks like. And now more of my face is well lit, but if you took it off and moved it, you could light the side of your face like this. So you could have it right here, just out of frame. You could have the light right here, and now you can see that my whole face is lit. It's a little intense there, so maybe move back a little bit more, but you can see I'm completely lit now. But it's from both sides. You can even do it from above, from below, if you really want to do from the side like that. That's probably how I will set it up. So again, I am the focus of the video, not everything else in the background. But yeah, other than that, there's a little spot where you can mount it right here. Have an extra tripod laying around. You can easily attach that to that, and then you can place that somewhere so you always have better lighting. Like for an example, if I close the blinds here, this is what I'd be working at with my exact same settings. But if we like that, and then if you turn it on, oh god, it's not the best. It's a little far away. It works better if it's closer, but it's a little bit better than what we had. So we'll go from this, not very well lit, to this, decent. Oh right, I forgot. You can crank it. That's actually decent. So if you need to film at night, make sure your face ain't greasy like mine is, and then you shouldn't have any problems filming at night. So my final thoughts for the LED light is I wish it was a little bit brighter, but at the same time, for the price, I think it's the best bang for buck option out there. It's really decent, high quality. Again, for the price point of $30, like it's decent quality. The buttons are dead simple to use. Like there's, you know, I didn't mention the M button either. I think it's a mode button, so like you can check the battery level to see where the battery's at. That's what it looks like, because only 4 of the LEDs were lit up when 5 of them were before, and then when I started using it a little bit, it dropped down. So I think that's what it's for. But yeah, my final thoughts are that it's probably the best bang for buck video light that you can get. You do have to get a little bit close to whatever you're shooting to make it effective though. So if you're using like a telephoto lens to get video, if you're zoomed in, it's probably not going to work out. So like an ultra wide lens, or like not an ultra wide, but like a wider lens would probably be best. That, and would I recommend it? Yeah. If you're just getting started like I am, spending a lot of money on a light doesn't really make sense. It's a really good light for 30 bucks. I would recommend it, and I'm going to continue using it until it no longer does the job that I needed to do. So you'll probably see it in videos until I get something better.